Hello and welcome to the Snitchuation Room. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Brandon.
And we are here to answer your quandaries with our unlicensed responses.
Indeed. So we're just going to jump right in with Snitchuation 1. Hey Snitches, my best friend is a functioning alcoholic and I'm stuck between saying something and losing her, or saying nothing and watching it get worse. Is honesty worth the friendship? That's kind of the question. Mm-hmm. My best friend is a functioning alcoholic and I'm genuinely worried about her. Her reasons for drinking are real and valid, but it's been years of this. At some point, you have to face your demons instead of just drinking around them. She jokes about it, normalizes it, makes it part of her personality. But I see the part she doesn't advertise, the way she hides how much she actually drinks. And it's a lot, way more than she lets on. What makes it harder is she constantly complains about her skin problems, her sleep problems, her anxiety. And as her friend and a chronic problem solver, I just want to scream that all of these things might improve if you stop drinking every single day. I've tried bringing it up gently, carefully, and every time she either dances around it or pulls away and doesn't talk to me for a while. So now I feel stuck. Do I lean in and risk blowing up the friendship by being brutally honest, or do I back off, let her make her own choices, and watch her slowly self-destruct? Because honestly, both options feel like they could cost me the friendship anyway.
Yeah. I mean, if I were drinking myself into oblivion, I would want my good friend to sit me down. Because if someone's drinking that much, they're drinking for a reason or from a reason. And so I think you have to sit them down and expect them not to talk to you for a while afterwards, but do it with sincerity and not from a place of attack.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing is this is one of the hardest things to deal with, because not only do you have this person who's obviously suffering in some way.
Yeah.
People don't drink like this for no reason. Mm-hmm. Like there's usually something that's bubbling inside of them that makes them do this. And then there's the obvious addiction part of it too. So it's not something you can just stop on a dime. Like it requires you to actually like make steps and put boundaries in your way. And I mean, it's just a really hard thing. I mean, I've struggled and watched friends struggle with addiction for years and years. Mm-hmm. And really, like, you're doing the right thing by just being there. Mm-hmm. And I think, like, using your discernment to say, like, is this an opportunity where they may be willing to hear? Mm-hmm. And it's also hard when maybe a lot of the times in which you see them are around social drinking, which is a lot of people, especially if this person's in New York, which I don't know. It's like there's a lot of social drinking because we don't hang out at homes.
Yeah. And you don't drive.
Yeah. And you don't drive.
Yeah, I mean, I think one way of approaching it would be to talk about the drinking as like a sidebar almost, just to say like, look, I know we joke about your drinking, but I am a little concerned about it, but I want to know like what is causing it. Like, I'm not trying to judge you. I know we all have our different thresholds, but like, is there something deeper? Is there a different way I can be there for you? Sort of let them know. When you're ready, like if ever you want to try to slow that down, I'm here with you. I'll slow down with you, whatever that takes. Because the truth is, like, until someone hits rock bottom, they're not going to get sober. Unfortunately, we've had this in our family, sobriety on both sides, and it takes a lot for someone to realize what they need to do and when they need to do it. But being that soft place to land and letting them know that, perhaps taking a detour towards what's causing it could be helpful.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. I think at a time when you aren't drinking and when you're just hanging out, to be like, look, this is something I'm noticing. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not telling you how to live your life. I'm just saying, like, if you, like me, are realizing this is a problem, I'm willing to do whatever I can. If it means solidarity and not drinking, if it means, whatever it has to mean, like, I'm willing to be here for you. And if not, like, I'll be here when you're ready, or if it never comes, I'm still going to be here for you.
Well, and I would want to know, like, why are they drinking? Are they seeking help in other ways? Are they in therapy? Like, what is causing the drinking? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And do they have any other outlet to deal with whatever this original source is?
Yeah, and maybe that is the whole thing. Like maybe they're waiting for somebody to ask them what's going on. Like, it seems like a lot of masking is going on. Like, oh, my skin. Oh, I'm depressed. Oh, I'm not feeling good. It's like, it seems like there's something at the core of all of that.
Yeah. I would want to know how old they are too, because the way that you drink and treat your body from 35 to 45 really determines the outcome of like how you age, how your body holds up past that. And if she's in that age bracket, that is something to be concerned about and to think about and discuss. But yeah, maybe trying to figure out like what the actual source is that's causing it. Having the conversation to say like, I know this is uncomfortable. I know you don't want to talk about it, and we don't have to, again, if it's something that's off limits for you, but this is something I'm noticing. And because you're my best friend, I have to talk to you about it. And just tell her what you're noticing. Tell her you're there for her, no matter what she decides to do. If she's going to keep drinking, fine, you'll be there for her. If not, also, you'll be there for her. Is probably how I would approach it. Yeah,
the part that's the most scary to me is the hiding. Yeah. Is that everyone knows this person drinks, and everyone kind of already has a note that they drink a lot. Beyond that, they're already feeling the need to hide exactly how much they're drinking. And this is a person that everyone already views as somebody who has a few too many, basically.
Yeah. It makes me think of that Dateline thing we were talking about the other day where that guy was like in denial that his wife couldn't drink that whole handle.
Oh, yeah. Like she never really drank that much. And then all of a sudden she has this horrific car accident that kills a bunch of people.
Children.
And he won't believe that it happened because she did not seem to have a problem. And then the question becomes like, was she hiding her drinking? Like, was she like a secret drinker? She's like just going off into a bedroom and having a bunch to drink and then acting like I don't drink. Like that's a real possibility. It's that self-medication.
Yeah. I read a book recently about a man who got laid off and how he was like sneaking drinks throughout the day, like in his coffee at lunch, like clear liquid drinks and stuff like that. And you just start to develop such tolerance that you're always a little buzzed, but you're never drunk. And so I could see how it would take, and that's what people don't understand. Like you see someone drink after drink after drink, and I'm like, I'd be on the floor. But once you develop that level of tolerance, like anything, it takes a lot more. So people do become more apt to like hide the volume.
Right.
But that will kill her.
Yeah. So I think that's like, you don't strike me as a person who is wanting to like get out of this friendship because it's become difficult for you. It seems like you already realize like if I push on this, I could lose them. And if they continue on, I could lose them just because they're going to become a shell of themselves, not necessarily because you're afraid that you won't want the relationship anymore. It's like a really like you're worried about their health first and foremost.
Yeah. If I were in that other person's shoes and someone came to me, I think I would initially feel shame and embarrassment, but I would later feel gratitude.
Yeah. Well, I think that goes for anything, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it hasn't been alcohol for me or you, but like there have been other times where people had to come to us and say like, hey, like I see this pattern and it scares me for you. Like either you seem more depressed than usual, like what's going on? And at first you're like, don't come at me like that. But like ultimately you're like, I'm glad someone said that it's not as hard to see as I think it is. Like, it allows you.
You always think you're hiding it better than you actually are.
It'll allow you to put the mask down for a minute and actually evaluate, like, oh crap, like other people are seeing this. I'm not doing a very good job of like covering up this thing.
Yeah, it forces you to face it, whether you want to or not. And the sooner she's able to do that, the better for her health. And ultimately, like, of course you want to hold on to the friendship, but you want to hold on to the person too. Right. On the hierarchy of needs, that's going to be the most important.
Yeah. I completely agree. All right. That was a pretty serious one.
Yeah.
we usually don't get them that. We don't usually get them that serious.
Oh, that makes me sad. I mean, I had a conversation with a friend, not too different from that in the last year. All right. Number 2. Okay, snitches. I need to be really clear about this. I was not snooping. Oh boy. My partner handed me their phone to look something up. While I was using it, a group chat notification popped up and my name was there. Before I could stop, I tapped it and read the messages. They were talking about me. It was an argument we'd had earlier that week, and it wasn't just venting. It felt really dismissive. They joked about me being dramatic, that I always turned everything into a big thing. One of the friends chimed in with a comment that honestly crossed a line, and my partner didn't defend me. They actually laughed along. That part is what keeps replaying in my head. And now I'm walking around with information I was never supposed to have. I know exactly how they talk about me when I'm not there. I know what they actually think in moments when they're annoyed with me. I don't know if this is how they process conflict or if this is how they really see me. Every time we talk now, it feels performative. Every disagreement feels like it's going to be recapped and workshopped in that stupid group chat later. I don't feel safe being vulnerable because I don't know who else is going to be in the room afterwards. The problem is I can't bring this up because he really values privacy. I bet he does. Yeah. No. Jesus.
I really value my privacy.
Wonder why. The focus will immediately be on the fact that I read his messages. Not what was said in them. I'll be the one who crossed a boundary, even though I didn't go looking for it. So what do? Do I admit that I saw the messages and risk focusing on how I found out about them or what was said? Or do I keep it to myself and let this quietly change the way I feel about him? Right now, I feel embarrassed and betrayed, and I don't know if this is something I can recover from. Well, I know my immediate thoughts, but you go ahead.
No. I mean, I'll start off because there are basically two ways this can go in my mind. I think you have to confront it immediately. You've said it. Like, if you let this simmer, you're going to create a narrative that is far probably worse than it is. Like, you give him even if you gave him the immense benefit of the doubt, which I don't think you should based on even your initial reaction of how you think he'll react. But even if you gave him the benefit of the doubt, you're going to create a much worse story if you just let it bubble. So you've got to address it. And I would say, if you bring this up to him and his immediate response isn't, I'm sorry, I felt pressured because I was in this group chat and it was just the boys and I shouldn't have defended you and everything, but basically I'm a pussy. Like, if that's not the reaction, then I mean, I'd just be done with him, period.
I can't imagine a world where you would ever do that to me.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I could be furious at you. And there is not a text on my phone that is not something I would say right to your face, and nothing that is defamatory, hateful. And if anyone came at me about something mean about you and I said, haha, I've been kidnapped.
Yeah.
Even if I'm mad at you, even if we're not on great terms at the time, I mean, we could be divorced. And someone said that and I'd still be mad at it.
And another thing about this is people give us more information. I know that you're afraid that like your partner's going to watch the show, or they're not.
They're looking at this.
They're not. Like, what was said? Because I'm doing what I fear that you will do if you let this stay in I'm creating the worst possible thing. Like, what are you arguing about? Is this like taking out the trash? Or is this, what?
But you know how guys' chats can get. They get like really mean, typically like pretty misogynistic.
And that's why I'm saying, like, give him the opportunity to apologize. But like, if he doesn't apologize to a way that makes you feel safe again, I mean, you're done.
No, you should not feel safe with a man who's friends with someone who feels comfortable texting him something mean about you.
No, that's true.
In my opinion.
And if he's not going to say anything, I mean, it's all on him.
He laughed about it.
Yeah, it's all.
Ha-ha'd it.
Yeah, that's all on him.
No, get out. Run, don't walk away. You're done. You're done. I'm sorry. Pack your bags. Bye. Pack his bags. Throw them out.
Did it say how long they've been in the relationship, or did it just say boyfriend?
It said partner.
Seems a little deeper than boyfriend then, or like this person.
It does not say if they are married. I am here to tell you, if I saw that, I would be like, I would be planning my escape. Logistics. I'm like, my money, here's what's going on. Here's how I'm laying this out. I am not even going to bring it up to him. I already know what's going on. I don't need to know more. That's me.
Wow.
That's me. Once I have all that planned out, then I'll bring it to him. And if he's able to explain it, okay, I'll backpedal on my plans. But I'm going in there so that I can...
Okay. All right. Well, then let me ask you this, because this is what this person's going to be dealing with in terms of your advice. Because I'm not saying you're wrong.
Yep.
What would he have to say if you're her? What would he have to say for you to be like, even give him another chance, even like allow him to backpedal this?
I don't know that there's much he could say. To be honest. If so, it would depend on, I mean, again, like you said, it would depend on what this was. It would take a lot to offend me.
I think that's the big thing. It's not like
it's difficult for me to know without having context of what it was. But if I am her, because I know what it takes to offend me, I'm not an easily offended person.
You're offended.
So if I am offended, it's big. You have laughed at it. People are talking me and your boys chat.
Well, and this is a longer thing. Like, this isn't just like an offhanded comment. The chat was about her.
Yeah, it was about her being dramatic, always turning everything into a thing. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to see dramatic? Baby, I'll give you theater. Okay? I got you. I got you. I got costume changes. I got act 1, 2, and 3.
I'll give you theater.
Yeah. Just wait. Shakespeare. Here she comes. So yeah. And it will end with you in tears. So that's me. I don't know about this girl, but there is no way in hell I would stay with someone who would tolerate that. No.
Well, also it's like,
I wouldn't let that happen to my friend.
I always say this, like, it's one of those sayings that you get when you grow up like super religious, is like train them up in the way that they should go. This man has not been trained up.
You didn't train him, baby.
Yeah, like, I mean, I think you might bear some responsibility.
No.
By not training this man. This man is untrained.
Well, and here's the thing. He's trained her. The fact that she knows.
Oh, yeah, like, my privacy.
He's going to be so upset when I tell. He handed her his phone to look at something and a message popped up with her name on it and he don't think she's going to look at it. Bitch, my name comes up. I'm popping my finger on that too.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not a nosy person.
I mean, I'm going to say, like, until there's a reason for me to look, I ain't looking.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not looking for a problem. I got plenty of problems on my own. I'm not going to go snooping for one.
Right.
But if I'm looking at something that you have given me and my name comes up in something, best believe I'm going to take a look.
Oh, yeah.
That's just human nature. So if he's mad at you, he's handed you his phone. It's like you went through his phone. He's handed it to you to look up something. You see this. That is not your fault.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care if you look through his messages. And sometimes men just can't be trusted. You can, but most men can't.
I mean, I'll just say, like, the thing is, I'm not one of these people who believes that it's good to have the kind of transparency where you're like, just look through every single thing on my phone.
Right. You need to have a little bit of privacy.
And even then, it's like, I don't have anything that I wouldn't want you to find.
Yeah.
I mean, are there things that maybe I've looked at or seen or whatever that I'm like, oh, she's going to think this is weird. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. But I'm just like, I don't have anything I'm hiding necessarily, but there are things it's like, this is mine.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about who's going to like look and see my algorithm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so like I get the privacy part. Like I'm very private with my things. Not like because I am trustworthy. It's like part of me is like, I've earned my trustworthiness. I've earned my privacy.
Yeah. I feel the same way.
By being loyal.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want you reading my journal. I mean, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So like I get the privacy thing. I want to dismiss the privacy thing. Because I think a lot of couples do But
it seems like he's demanding privacy
because he knows. Because he's got something.
Being hateful.
And I do believe that thing of like, ask to do something on your partner's phone and see the reaction. It's not even that you have to go snooping, but see the reaction.
Yeah.
And if I'm like, no, you can't look at my phone. Well, why don't you plug up your phone? I mean, like, even if I had something on my phone, I'd be like, argh.
Yeah. Anytime you ask to see, like, for the code on my phone or whatever, I'm like, oh, why can you not remember this?
I'm just not, well, that's another thing. I couldn't remember the code even if I wanted to open up your messages. So it's not a big deal. Yeah, this is bad.
You need to get out.
I don't know.
She needs to get out. He doesn't value her. Get out.
Okay. Well.
Get out.
You feel more strongly about it than me, but I hear you.
Yeah.
All right.
You're welcome. You're going to thank me.
Snitchuation number 3. All right. They talk about privacy.
Oh.
Hey, snitches. I need to start by saying I thought I was cool about porn.
Oh, okay.
Like we're adults and it's fine. I'm evolved energy. Turns out I'm not that evolved. I accidentally discovered my partner's porn habits. Truly accidental. I borrowed his laptop, typed one letter into the browser, and suddenly the internet told me things about my relationship I did not ask to know.
Oh, homie don't know how to clear his cache.
Yeah, once I saw it, I did way too much snooping and found his entire history, searches, etc. And to be clear, I'm not shocked that he watches porn. That feels normal.
Sure.
The surprise was more about what he's watching and how often. I was not prepared for such curation and specific search terms. Now I'm sitting here realizing I had porn boundaries that I didn't know existed until about 5 minutes ago. I've gone through every stage of the spiral. Everyone does this. Do they? Am I being insecure or am I being lied to by my former cool girl persona? I've also started doing the worst thing possible, which is comparing myself to the women on his screen and then immediately going mad at myself for doing that.
Yeah.
It's a real lose-lose situation. If I bring it up, I sound unhinged. I have to admit to the level of snooping that was done and that I suddenly care way more than I claim to. But if I don't bring it up, I'm going to keep mentally competing with the internet, which feels exhausting and deeply unwinnable. So what do I do? Confess that I'm not as chill as I thought? Ask him to change something I can't even fully articulate? Or do I just quietly adjust my expectations and delete my browser history trauma from my memory? Because right now, I'm less mad at him and more disappointed in myself for discovering this late in life that I am not, in fact, that cool. I think there are a lot of...
That makes my stomach hurt for her.
I know. I think there are a lot of issues here. I think, it's hard to even know where to start because there's so many things to address.
I will say porn is complicated.
Yes.
Obviously, if you are dating a man, they look at it. Like, that's just what it is. I understand being taken aback by a curation or a curiosity that is jarring. I do understand that. I want to know, did she say they were dating? Are married? Again,
it just says partners.
Okay.
It sounds married though, because we're talking about long term. This person is older.
Okay. I think you have to talk about it, and I think you can lay it out in a way that's not crazy. I feel like you can say, like, listen, I am spiraling, and I want to be clear that this is absolutely not an attack on you. When I borrowed your laptop, I typed this in, the stuff came up. I looked at it, I spiraled because I don't look like that. And I'm not judging you. I'm like weirdly judging myself in this. And I'm really sorry. I want to be like cool girl about it, but I don't feel cool girl. And I just feel like I need to kind of like address it or I can't move past it.
Well, yeah. And I don't think it's wrong for couples to have boundaries around pornography.
I agree.
I know that it will be different, and I think it should be different depending on how your partner actually feels about pornography. But if your partner is telling you, looking at pornography makes me feel a certain way and hurts me and makes me feel less close to you, then you have to consider that and you have to put
We're looking at like a certain type or looking at it this often.
No, I mean, because it can affect intimacy and it does affect intimacy. Like if you're only looking at porn and it's affecting your sex life to the point where you're not having sex with your wife or your partner.
Or you're having a type of sex that lacks intimacy.
Yeah. Like I think there are a lot of things that porn can do. Porn can be exploitative, can be, there are all kinds of stories that come out of porn that are very negative. So it's like, I'm not going to the point of sex positivity where I say that all porn is good and don't worry about any level of porn usage. That is definitely not my take on it. I would say that you have told him in the past, obviously, that you have no problem with it.
Right.
You thought that you were cool with things that you had no idea what you were actually
Well,
cool
I think a lot of women, like, we think porn is just like, oh, we have like this very generic understanding of it, especially if you don't personally utilize it. Mm-hmm. And then if you are able to see into the belly of the whale of like all that is there, it can be like traumatizing.
She's bringing those biblical references back into the belly of the whale.
Well, you know. Yeah, forgive me. I've been traumatized by the Bible. But anyway, into the belly of the beast. I think that it can be really traumatizing when you realize like what's out there and how many like different weird kinks there can be. And then like you realize that your partner's into something that like you didn't even know existed. And she didn't say what it was, but I imagine that might be along the lines of what she's experiencing.
Well, of course. And I think that the biggest thing is that I see this as long as it's not accusatory and as long as it like, this is all good. Yeah. Like having more conversations around sex and what your expectations are and what makes you comfortable, what makes you uncomfortable. I think that that's all positive stuff. And I think most guys are cool with like having those discussions, especially if it was the kind of thing that you have talked about in theory before.
Yeah.
But like, I think always going back and doing a reset on these things and being like.
And also saying like, is this something that you need? Like, what's going on?
Or is this just like morbid curiosity? Or like.
I'm feeling insecure and I need to like understand the dichotomy between what you're seeing there and what you're seeing here.
And allow him the opportunity to give you reassurance. Yeah. Because it doesn't sound like you mean, I feel like
guys look at porn for something that they don't necessarily intend to get from a human person.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's where the problems can come, though.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is she did not say anywhere in here that they are having sexual complications, right. Or that there's a lack of intimacy in their relationship. This seems like she has just found his porn stack,
his online porn stack.
And I would just say, like,
I'd be like, also, can you please learn how to clear your browser?
Well, from a man's perspective, I can say that I think the comparison game is just all wrong.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Men are just curious creatures.
Yeah. I would lean more in that he's curious, that he likes a plethora of things that he can see and types
Maybe he's
that he can see.
Like when you get on to like a certain type of food that you really like for a while.
I think that, I can't know what you saw, and I can't know if it would surprise me.
I'd love to.
Or
I'm curious.
Or really mess me up. But I would just say, I always lean in relationships that communication and challenging conversations have the opportunity to bring you closer.
Yeah.
And so I think always leaning into those is a good thing, not a bad thing. So that's what I would say.
All right. So we solved the world's problems.
Yes, we had some privacy and some seriousness.
Privacy, porn, and alcoholism.
Wow, it was we
really got down and dirty.
Episode 8 really turned into something there.
Well, it's freezing here in New York City, and we're praying that we don't get pelted with 1 million pounds of snow and lose power. See what happens.
We're so glad you joined us once again. Go to Snitchuation Room. Well, we have popsnitch.com and the snitchuationroom.com. You can enter in any of your situations there, any of the things that are going on, relationships, job problems, funny problems, questions that you would just like us to talk about or answer and discuss. They can all be submitted right there at popsnitch.com. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Run the space, I run the scene that light up your face. I run the place, I run the space.